All right, sixth graders, here's a quick tutorial for your Cube Nets activity. When you click on the link, it should open a page that looks just like this. So to get the activity started, you will select any one of these net tiles. You can start anywhere on the board. And let's see, I'm going to start with, how about this one? So what it will do is it'll bring up a larger picture of the net in question, and you need to decide if this net is going to actually form a cube. So when you take a look at the net, remember that a cube has 6 square faces, and there shouldn't be any openings in the cube. It needs to be completely closed. So let's see, this does have 6 faces. And I'm imagining this middle part kind of folding around to be the sides, and maybe this one will be the top and this one will be the bottom. So I think this is going to form a cube. So then down here, I'm going to select yes, because I do think this net will form a cube. Then it's going to show you an animation. And hey, look at that. A cube can be formed. So we've correctly identified this net as being able to form a cube. So we get a green check mark, and then we can close this net. And you'll notice on the tile board here, we have a green. This is now green because we got it correct. Let's move on to another one. How about this one up here? So for this one, let's see, it has the 6 faces, but I think when this wraps around, we're going to end up with an extra face like on the top, and I think the bottom's going to be open. So I think that this will not form a cube. So I'm going to click no, and let's watch the animation to see what happens. Yeah, we were right. It's got this extra one up here and the bottom's open, so a cube cannot be formed. So since we correctly identified it, we get a green check mark. We can close the net, and you'll notice now this one has turned green. Let's see what happens if we incorrectly identify. So I'm going to pick this one because I know for sure that's not going to form a cube. It only has 4 faces. So just for the sake of seeing what happens, I'm going to incorrectly say, yeah, that forms a cube, even though we know it won't. So there's the animation, and oh, we got this one wrong. So red X. When we close it, you'll notice it turns red. And that's okay because there's still plenty of other ones to do. So in order to get full credit for this activity, you need to have at least 18 of the tiles green. So at least 18 of them correctly identified as cubes or not. Now, if you try this on your first try and it doesn't go so great and you got a lot of red X's and not enough green check marks, you can always refresh the page here and it's going to scramble them up and you get to try again. There's also a timer going up here at the top. I don't want you to worry about that timer. To me, your time really doesn't matter. I want you to take your time and do a good job and really think it through and try your best when you're identifying these nets, whether or not they'll be cubes. Now, if you want to, for fun, you could record your time in your Google Doc. If you want to try it a bunch of times and get really quick at it, you can totally put your time in the Google Doc, but that's not my main priority. My main priority is that you take your time, you do a good job, and you're learning from this. When you're all done and you have your at least 18 of the tiles green, what I'd like you to do is take a screenshot and then insert it into your Google Doc so that I can see your work.